You've asked for him, and now he's coming to Detroit. It's Jared Lawson. The showroom at One Mic presents the amazing sounds of Jared Lawson, Saturday, March 2nd at 7:30 p.m. Come experience the vibe, experience the soul, experience the music of Jared Lawson in the showroom at One Mic, 1331 Broadway in downtown Detroit. Tickets on sale now at onemicdetroit.com/events. Detroit, you've asked for him, you've wondered about him, and now he's coming just for you in the showroom at One Mic, Saturday, March 2nd at 7:30 p.m. with your host, Don Allen. Don't you dare miss it.
Are we really sure? Can our love that lasted for so long still endure?
He's coming just in time for spring. Saturday evening, May 4th, the Jazz Masters Entertainment Group presents an intimate evening with national recording artist Demetrius Neighbors and his special guest, Isis DeMille. Saturday, May 4th at the La Pita Cafe Banquet Center, 22681 Newman in Dearborn, Michigan. It's an intimate evening with Demetrius Neighbors. Doors open at 6. Showtime is at 7 p.m. Get your tickets now at Eventbrite at jazzy3.eventbrite.com or at the door. An intimate evening with Demetrius Neighbors, sponsored by the La Pita Cafe and Banquet Center, Dearborn's premier fine dining and banquet experience. Springtime never sounded so good. We all get busy every day. There's work, the market, driving around town, and if you've got kids, you're the go-to person to make sure they're taken care of. You just want to relax, but there's a problem. Clothes on the bed, toys on the couch, rest is going to have to wait. It's time to call Adrian's Divine Heart and Hands personal concierge service. She'll bring order to your home with a deep cleaning that will leave your home spotless, fresh and clean the way you like it. For your home or office, from top to bottom, Adrian's Divine Heart and Hands does laundry and even some small home repairs. You're busy. Call Adrian's Divine Heart and Hands at 947-985-8757. That's 947-985-8757. Adrian's Divine Heart and Hands.
You've heard Now Listen. WJZD Radio, Detroit.com.
And oh yes, you've got to start each and every day the same way with the same two words. When you open your eyes, before your feet touch the floor, just say thank you. Thank you, Lord, for allowing us another opportunity to be better than we were yesterday. You see, I firmly believe when you open your eyes each and every morning, it's God's way of saying, okay, let's try it again. And you should be thankful for that. If for nothing else, be thankful for that. Because you're giving another opportunity to be a blessing to someone else. It's a beautiful sunshiny day in the Motor City. Welcome to the Rise and Grind on WJZD Radio. We are your new number one 24-hour streaming station that plays jazz and more. And everybody is with us this morning. I see Sandy Hodges. How you doing, baby? What up, Janae? My little sister's with us this morning. I love it when I see Pastor Janae with us. What's up, baby? Good morning, Dawn. My sister Cheryl. Wasabi Corey. Let's get this day started. Starting off with my man who is coming to town, Demetrius Neighbors. It's called Evolution. He'll be at the La Pita Cafe and Banquet Center in Dearborn. It's just in time for spring. You've heard the commercial. And I hope to see you there. I'll be your MC. I'll also be the MC at the Jared Lawson Show. And that'll be down at Mike Epps' showroom. And I want to see you there. We want to sell out that Jared Lawson and that Demetrius Neighbors show. So I want you to get your tickets. Just listen to the commercials and get the information on where you can get the tickets. I'm pretty sure you can get the tickets online or at the door. Either way, I want to see you there. And let me turn this down. I especially want to see you guys this Friday. I don't know the name of the building. I'm going to drive by today and I'll have it for you by Wednesday. 111 Kirby. That is the address. They're having an award ceremony there, and I will be receiving an award. And I want all of my friends and WJZD Radio family there because it's my first award, and it's on behalf of the station. So, I want you guys to come out and help support me and help support the station. It does us a lot of good. What's up, John B? Big D over in Arizona, my big brother. Welcome to the Rise and Grind. Yeah, what's happening over there? Daryl, tell your friends you'll be happy to know I've thrown away the black coat, okay? My brother reamed me big time. I've got this big raggedy coat, but it's warm. It's the warmest coat that I ever bought. And I didn't care. I didn't care that the coat was raggedy. I mean, and they reamed me a good one. So now that I've been shamed about my raggedy coat, I've gotten rid of it. Some poor bum somewhere is now warm, and I'm shivering. And when you're up here in Detroit, if you're a Detroiter, if you live in Chicago, Ohio, Indiana, Boston, we know cold. See, down in Arizona, they don't even know what cold is all about. It hit 59, and they're like, oh, God, I got to get a sweater. Doug Maxwell, what's going on, my brother? Good morning to you. Yeah, I know Corey. Corey was right. Everybody, did you guys listen to Foodie last night? I was out after I got off work. I met up with Dawn and my man Dave Dorsey and my other baby mama. It's an inside joke. And I listened to Foodie all the way downtown, and this boy was on a tear. Foodie was just out of his mind last night. I think everything, I want to say, east of Nevada was checking out Foodie. And there were even a couple of people in California that were listening too. If you haven't heard Foodie on Sunday nights, and if you like classic R&B, baby, let me tell you. What's up, Donnie James? What's happening? Welcome to the Rise and Grind. I have to tell you guys, there's nothing better for you on a Sunday night than cruising with Foodie. This man, he takes it to the next level. I mean, I think he played I Only Meant to Wet My Feet. I think he played that. And then he played Natalie Cole's I'm Catching Hell. Oh, I'm singing on Woodward. And I'm catching hell. I mean, he was in the zone. Dawn said, thank goodness that coat is gone. Will you buy me a new one? And this one shall be fur. Jay Goody, what's up? Welcome to the Rise and Grind. Coming up this hour, right now we're listening to Detroit's own Demetrius Neighbors. It's called Evolution. On the way next, Incognito, Weather Report, John Smith, my man John Smith and Daja. Also on the way, classic from Billy Paul, Freddie Jackson, Randy Crawford, Lonnie Liston Smith, Norman Brown, Wes Montgomery. And yeah, I went to old JZZ school on this one. We've got some Horace Silver on the way. Welcome to Monday, everybody. Demetrius is just going to town. Thank you, Demetrius Neighbors. Wherever you are, Demetrius, at this time of the day, it's just after 9 o'clock, so he should be in the gym or running somewhere. He's like a health nut, like I used to be. And I promise you guys, I will get back into the gym. I fell off a little bit because I'm taking care of my auntie now. And incidentally, I got to take her to the doctor today and tomorrow. So I fell off a little bit. But that's all right. I had to, do the family thing, so. And thank you for all the kind words about my goatee, check it out, check it out. I am embracing my gray. 1952, bam. Can I play some Gil Scott? You're in therapy? Okay, I got some Gil Scott on the way for you. Good morning, Carolyn. Oh, well, everybody's with us this morning. Looking good, looking good. It is Monday morning on the Rise and Grind morning. I wonder if Juan is going to show up. I knew he was on the air this morning doing some things. But spring is just around the corner, guys. How many of you guys are single? Who's single out there? Corey, don't raise your hand. John, don't raise your hand. Dawn, don't raise your hand. Uh-oh. He's on his way. And I don't see him on the side yet, but the show is about to morph into Don Juan in the morning. That's cool because I needed some help this morning. We're keeping the vibe mellow this morning. This is Incognito, who are also coming to town. Latre, been good. Okay, Jay, we're gonna have to work on that spell check or your English skills. Latre, been good. Knows 1952. Okay. The hell that mean? Juan, if you're still listening, Dawn is giving you applause, and you ain't even on here yet. Incidentally, you know what? I'm gonna dig up some. That's a good idea, Jay. That what is that? Gil Scott. Let me see. Let's see. Oh yeah, I got one for you. Oh yeah, you're gonna like this one too. You're gonna like this one. Let's see. Well, who am I going to pull? It's a 7-minute song, so I'm not pulling that. I'm not pulling that. Ooh. Okay, well, tell you what. I gotta make a trade out. I'm gonna pull Horace Silver out. We'll add him next hour. And the last song tonight, or this morning, will be Gil Scott Heron. It's called Work for Peace. And that's something we definitely need. I'm glad you said that, Jay, because it's a lot of craziness going on. I always watch the news every morning. And these young kids out here, they're shooting each other. Everybody got a gun. What's it going to take to bring some peace back to the major metropolitan cities? It's not just happening in Detroit. It's happening in Chicago. It's happening in Alaska, okay? You know it's something wrong when there's a lot of gun violence in Alaska. It ain't bears and mooses running around with guns. So we got to do something about this. Uh-oh. Hold on. Stand by, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Yeah, you too, Grandma. You too, Auntie. My brother from another mother. It gives me a great amount of pleasure and a privilege to bring to the screen, ladies and gentlemen, the host of the Morning Coffee, heard worldwide just like we are. Let me introduce to you the man with the plan, 100 grand, Mr. Juan Johnson. What up, Juan?
I was expecting an applause like,
Don't push your luck. Don't push it. Okay. What's up, bro?
Good morning. How are you doing?
Man, I'm tired. Somebody had me out late last night.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Good morning, Don. I see you had Don out late last night. I just hope you saved some for me.
Save some what?
I don't know, some food.
Wait a minute. Maybe this girl was out. She started at brunch, okay, at 10 o'clock yesterday morning. By the time I caught up, it was 8, 9 o'clock at night, down at Honest John's. Her, Dave, her, and who else was that with you, Dawn? Who else was that? I know Dave and Cheryl. And, oh, my God, they were already smashed when I got there. I was the designated driver.
Well, you couldn't do anything.
I mean, I didn't do nothing. I had a corned beef sandwich, okay?
You know what? That's funny.
I wish I could just have a Sunday off, I went to work, and I don't know where the hell these people were going out at the airport, but it was like everybody said, let's leave on Sunday. Right when Don get to work, we're going to have a line, and everybody planned on, and they left. and it just kept going. Good morning, Stephaniana Maria Williams, Linda Sams
All right.
Fields with us this morning. This is music from Weather Report. It's called River People.
I added my pages, and now we're ready to go.
Yeah. But yeah, have you been noticing, Don? Juan? I'm Don. You're Juan. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Juan. I'm Don. Have you been noticing what's going on with all these kids and these shootings and what the hell's going on? Is it bad parenting?
You want me to answer that for real?
Yeah, I really want you to answer that for real, for real.
It is definitely bad parenting. Now, I can't blame everything on the parents because you can raise them right, and then sometimes
They go astray. I get it.
yeah, they just do their thing. But you can't be blamed for all of that. But some of the mentality of the kids, of the children, that I don't like calling children kids because kids are goats. But
And they ain't the greatest of all time.
but what's funny about that is that yeah, when you raise certain children with the mentality that you have, you create the child that goes out and shoot people.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the problem I'm seeing is first the people they have the babies. Okay, the babies then become toddlers and they're coddling them instead of when. And it's my opinion that when a child is old enough to learn to walk, that is the time when you start pouring knowledge and wisdom and just teaching that child the do's and don'ts of life. There are basic things. You don't put your hands in fire. You don't play with broken glass. You damn sure don't play with guns. And if you have a firearm in your house and you have a toddler, toddlers are instinctively curious. They're going to pick up, and they're going to, if you buy your kid a toy gun, when they see a real one, they think it's a toy. Okay?
Yes.
And so, yeah, I think parents should be held totally accountable if they leave their firearms out and, kid gets hold to it and kills
So
himself
Don,
or someone else.
as a person, as people who carry firearms, you and I,
Mm-hmm.
I don't keep mine on me as much as I used to.
Mm-hmm.
What is the correct age for children to start
Learning firearm safety.
learning firearms?
Well, it depends. It varies. Every family is different. If you're out in a rural area, I think you can start them a little earlier. Because like fathers take their sons hunting with them, and they want to show them not only the skill of hunting an animal, but to the experience and the importance of using a firearm, a rifle, a handgun, and so forth. So if you're in the rural areas, kids out in the rural areas are raised differently than the kids in the city.
But see, and that's a thing. That's a thing. To me, good morning, phenomenal mommy. How you
Hey,
doing?
mommy, what's up, baby?
To me, that's an issue because it's okay to see the children in the suburbs learning how to shoot guns, go to the fire ranges and things like that. But when you see an inner city kid do the same thing, all of a sudden we're teaching them violence.
Well, no, see, there's two things. We just said three different areas: rural areas, suburbs, and then we said in the inner city. Okay, now those are three different locations.
Okay, I'll add the rural area to the same thinking and philosophy of the suburb.
Okay, now with that being said, it varies. Once again, it varies from family to family. If there's a man or a woman who has some knowledge or a lot of knowledge on the proper handling of a firearm, and you want to show your child what this machine can do, take them to an indoor range or an outdoor range and explain to them, number one, this is not a toy. It is not a toy. And if I ever see you with it, without me with you, I'm going to introduce you to Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, but you have to have those conversations with the child. You just can't let them just think that this is the answer to violence.
Oh, absolutely. Violence breeds violence. Number one.
Right.
Wendy
Good
says
morning,
city
Dr.
and
Wendy.
suburbs are not much different. Very true. You're very true on that. However, I do notice when the families that I know that live out in rural areas, out in where there are woods, acreage out there, the
The
father, they have a
BFN areas.
tendency to say, well, son, let's go out. We're gonna go hunt some deer or some wild turkey or whatever. And this is a rifle. This is a shotgun shell. You insert it here. You have to hold it a certain way. You respect this machine, because when you pull that trigger, it's final. There is no take backs. There is no, oh my God, I'm sorry. No, this is final. Finality is being held in your hands right now, and you must learn to respect that. Okay? Unlike the kids in the city who grew up watching. Now, I'm not saying the kids in the rural areas did not grow up watching those music videos where, yeah, I'm gonna shoot it, and they holding up guns and wads of money. See, the thing that these kids in the city don't understand, or didn't understand, or still may not understand is, on those music videos, there's a guy behind the camera that said, okay, cut, that's a take, and those guys that got shot, they get up, and they take a bath, and they wash the fake blood off. But when you kill somebody with a real gun, it is final as hell, okay? And then you've ruined your life, you've ruined your family's life, you've ended somebody else's life, and you've ruined another family. And see, they don't care about that until they get in jail and become somebody's bitch. You got to wear your pants halfway down. When you get in jail, I don't know if you saw that TV program Scared Straight, where they take the little high school students to a prison. Mm-hmm. And one guy, he's perfect example. He takes his pocket, an inmate takes his pocket, and he chooses a little boy. He's like, you're going to hold my pocket. And wherever I go, you're going to hold that pocket. If you let go, I'm going to beat your ass. Okay? Now, that just tells everybody in the prison who he belongs to. Okay? So, John B. says, I also feel they all need to go to a gun safety and hunter safety course, which is absolutely correct.
Because one is different than the other.
Absolutely. There is gun safety and a hunter safety are two entirely different things. If you didn't know that, and you got a gun, then you need to contact your local police department and say, where can I go to a local hunter safety class and a gun safety class? They teach them, they have addresses to them, or you can go online.
Okay, now see, this is the part where I blame the parents.
Oh, whoa, stand by. G. Hind is with us, and he sees these kids every day because he works with them.
Yep.
Okay.
But see, this is where I blame the parents, because the mentality of the kids is bred into the children, by the parents.
Well, if you don't know nothing, you can't teach nothing.
And a lot of these parents are the ones that are driving the mentality of the children that are out here thinking that if I carry a gun, then I can solve my problems. Mm-hmm. That the mentality of those parents are what's messing the children up, right?
Absolutely. Hold on for a second. We're going to go into the commercials. Guys, if you want to go join us at the Jared Lawson Show, the Demetrius Neighbors Show, commercials are coming up in 5 seconds. Write this information down. Listen out for it. Right here on Rise and Grind, the Don Juan in the morning. WJZD. Hey. Fast forward. And now he's coming to Detroit. It's Jared Lawson. The showroom at One Mic presents the amazing sounds of Jared Lawson, Saturday, March 2nd at 7:30 p.m. Come experience the vibe, experience the soul, experience the music of Jared Lawson in the showroom at One Mic, 1331 Broadway in downtown Detroit. Tickets on sale now at onemicdetroit.com/events. Detroit, you've asked for him, you've wondered about him, and now he's coming just for you. In the showroom at One Mic, Saturday, March 2nd at 7:30 p.m. with your host, Don Allen. Don't you dare miss it.
Are we really sure? Can our love that lasted for so long still endure?
He's coming just in time for spring. Saturday evening, May 4th, the Jazz Masters Entertainment Group presents an intimate evening with national recording artist Demetrius Neighbors and his special guest, Isis DeMille. Saturday, May 4th at the La Pita Cafe Banquet Center, 22681 Newman in Dearborn, Michigan. It's an intimate evening with Demetrius Neighbors. Doors open at 6. Showtime is at 7 p.m. Get your tickets now at Eventbrite at jazzy3.eventbrite.com or at the door. An intimate evening with Demetrius Neighbors, sponsored by the Lapita Cafe and Banquet Center, Dearborn's premier fine dining and banquet experience. Springtime never sounded so good. This message is for the guys, the type of man that makes a statement without saying. Okay, we're back. It's all about this commercial is for City Warehouse. Guys, go check out my girl Mercedes over on Greenfield, right next door to Lou's Deli, Greenfield 9 Mile Road. Wait till you see me at the award show this Friday. Juan, you are coming, aren't you?
This Friday, I don't know.
Come on, man! I'm getting my first award. And I think it's for the radio station. They haven't really told me.
I might have to send a rep. Or,
Yeah, send a rep out.
or come myself.
There you go.
Carl Looney, always the smartest man in the room, is in the house. What's going on?
We also got to say good morning to Elva, Cassie, and Simish. And no bluffing, Marty Ruffin is with us this morning. What's
My
going on?
brother-in-law, Ed Benz, is in the house. What's up, Ed?
From Martin is from Columbus, Ohio. The Old Town East Jazz Festival is coming up this summer. I'm thinking about we should just get a carpool, like 30 cars.
I say we get us a RV. We go down, and then everybody can follow us at the.
There you go. I mean, hotels all over the place. And actually, Columbus is really very nice. Me and Dawn were there last summer. They treated us so nicely. Put us up at a nice hotel and nice restaurants down there, too.
Hey, Martin, which you said Martin is in charge of that?
He is on the board. So
how
Selena.
How about we try to go live from down there?
That sounds like a good plan. How you feel about that one? No, we ain't bluffing, Martin Ruffin. And
yeah,
he is
we won't go live
to David Ruffin, the late great David Ruffin, the former lead singer of the Temptations.
We won't go live unless they sell out. So y'all gonna
it's free, so it's gonna be free to sell out.
I don't care. Sell them out.
Okay.
Fill all the seats.
Now let's get back to what we was talking about. Martin down with that. He was like, "Heck yeah!" Let's get back to what we were talking about. I saw some great comebacks on this subject matter. It's cleaning and organizing day over at Samisha's place. If you clean it, you can come over here. G. Hen said, he sees the kids every day. Wendy says inner city kids' parents aren't much older than the kids, and that's another problem. When you got kids that are like only 10 years, younger than their parents. Another thing you see is when your parents and your kids are going out and hanging at the same places. What the hell is wrong with that? That's an issue.
I don't think it's the kids and the parents being close to the same age. I think it's the kids and the parents trying to make their kids their friends.
Yeah. And see, another thing is they're afraid of their kids. I see a lot of parents are afraid of their sons and their daughters for one reason or another. If the parent has grandbabies, and they say, "I take your grandchild, you'll never see it again," and that kind of shakes up the parent.
I wish they would.
I'm like, tell you what, you can take you and that nappy-headed, beautiful grandbaby of mine and go on, because your life won't be worth a damn if you march out that door doing the wrong thing because you think you know what life is about. These kids don't know what life is really about, okay? They have no clue of what life truly holds.
See what? If you've been preaching from the beginning of your the child's existence, as soon as you turn 18, you gotta go. You'll be out on your own. I can't wait until you turn 18 and all this other junk. Then expect them when they become when they become a mother, when they become a father, to be like, okay, I'm grown now. I can do what I want. No.
No, I mean, see, and like I said, Carolyn said, afraid, not someone I gave birth to. Yeah, there are those who are afraid of these kids, and I've seen the father and the son who is like this big,
why they're afraid? because they taught them the mentality that they have.
Yeah. You know, see,
And that
my
goes back
mom
to the
struck the
parents.
fear of God and her into me when I was just a baby, and it maintained throughout life. You know, and she did not have a problem. You know, she was like, "You want to go? Let's go."
No,
You
my
know,
mom didn't do that. My mom,
your dad did it.
my it was my dad. My dad struck the fear that if you said something to his wife,
Mm-hmm.
that you was gonna have to deal with him. You was gonna have to deal with him.
Yeah, because here's the deal.
So
Here's
we was afraid
that's
of the
his woman.
consequences. We was afraid of the consequences more than we was afraid of the speaking our mind. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. You
Mm-hmm.
can speak. Look, these parents let their children speak their mind and say what they want to say and all this other stuff. And that when it backfires on them, when it
Mm-hmm.
starts to backfire, they're like, I don't know what happened. I tried to let them have their own. No, 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 no.
How about this one? How do we get the guns away from the kids now that they have the guns?
You take
Because
them. Take
um,
them.
all right, so
Take them.
take them.
Take them.
Okay.
Walk up to
So
them and say, "Give me the gun."
because I'm gonna tell you, I was selling
Because before you say that, because when you walk up to a child and say, "Give me the gun," because I don't want you to die, and you show them that you care about them, they will give you that gun.
really
They
one
will
way or
give
the
you.
other.
Hey, you either gonna take the gun from them or they gonna give it to you because of the simple fact they don't want to carry that gun. They don't want to feel like they have to protect themselves.
Oh yeah,
They
they
feel
do.
like no, because a child that's feeling that way because they've never been protected will want the protection that you give them
Hmm.
if you give it to them.
Okay. Now, good morning, Daryl Dyer. Good morning, Big Anthony Henderson. What's up? And Ed Benz. Here's the deal. Back when I was hustling them T-shirts, when I first got the WJZD T-shirts, a friend of mine from high school called me, and he wanted to buy one. I was like, "Well, where you at? I'll bring it to you." So he was over near Dearborn. I forget what street it is, and I don't want to put the street out there anyway. But anyway, I pull up. And he comes, I called him up. He was like, I'll come out, no problem. So I'm waiting a few minutes, and a car pulls up. I was on one side of the street, and a car pulls up on the side where the apartment building was. A young guy gets out. He couldn't have been 17, 18 years old. Had a 9 sticking out of his pants, out of his sagging pants. He had on a wife beater, and he walking in, and you know how they walking in, like they really got something to do. And I'm like, what in the hell? You know, and he actually ran into the building. And then a few seconds later, my buddy comes out, my high school friend, and he buys the shirt from me. And I'm like, dude, a dude just got out of that car, that Benz, with a gun clearly displayed. And I'm pretty sure that this guy did not have, a CPL. you know,
Let me tell you, children that don't have direction, when you give it to them, they would gladly let you do that. Because look at this. If
now what?
wait,
Check this
let
out.
me
Here
see what
comes Gene.
Let me
He
say,
said, but Juan, you have to stay consistent with that. You can't
yes,
say,
you
give
do.
me the gun and then send them back into the same community with no
Yep.
guidance.
I
You
was
have,
I was going there. I was going there, G. You read my mind. I was going
Mhm,
there because you cannot take their protection from them
mhm.
and give them nothing.
Yeah, you have to.
You
You
have to
have to
give
be
them
with them.
something.
You have to
You
give
have
them
to
something.
you
Now,
have to
when
give
you
them
take
something.
their
You have to
firearm
give them
away
the
from them,
protection. You have to give them the
how can you
protection.
protect the child that you're not going to be with that child 24/7, 365, and you
That has
just
to be
taken
your
away?
that has to be your project then. That has
That
to be
has
your project
see,
after that.
no, that has to be the community's project.
No, that has to be your project. If you took the gun, you're responsible for his protection after that. You're
Hmm.
responsible for protecting him from his parents that didn't want to protect him in the beginning. You're responsible for protecting him from the streets. You're responsible for making sure that he gets into programs that help him do more with his hands than fight. You're
You see,
responsible for
and
them
see, the
after
kids
that.
nowadays are soft. I gotta say it. I put it out there. They soft because they all figure they got to carry a gun instead of back in the day when me and you were young. You had a disagreement with somebody that from school or in the neighborhood. all right, put him up. Let's do this, and let me take off my watch, and if I got my behind whooped or if he got his behind whooped, that was it. Okay, check this out. Here's a fun fact. About a week or two after that, and we see each other. What's up, man? What's happening? Okay, we good. And odds are we became good friends. And something about physical altercation between two boys when they're young, they draw closer because they know what the other is capable of. Now they know if they walk down the street together and somebody comes up against them, well, I know he ain't going to jump on me because we tight now. We've already had our riff. Y'all gonna have a problem because it's two of us, G says that's also the problem. No one wants to take on that responsibility.
Nobody.
Ed Ben says if you're a kid, get a gun, then you're not paying attention to you for not knowing that he has it.
Yep.
Okay.
Because if you have a gun in the house and you're not paying attention and the kid gets the gun, or you have a gun in the house and you have a young teenager or a middle school child, and you're not checking on your gun regularly.
Oh, I know.
That's on you.
I don't have any kids in this house, and I know exactly where my firearm is. Okay, I know exactly where it is.
And my thing is, and expanding on what G Hen is saying, that again, we talked about this the other week, and I'm gonna blame this on the church too. I'm gonna put this blame on the church too, with all the rec centers closing. And all these big giant churches that got gyms and their 2,000 seat membership churches and all this other stuff, and you got gyms and you got parking lots that could be almost turned into tracks and areas out on the back of your church that could be a football field. We're not doing any of that. We're not giving that any.
They lock it up.
They lock it up at night, so nobody can do this. So nobody could go and play on it. So nobody could go into the church and. You know what? If my ideal church was in this city, and I think that if my church owned a gym, I know that they would do this because we've talked about this several times. A church would be open 24 hours.
As some of them used to be back in the day. I know that for fact because I have walked into a church on a Tuesday back when I was a teenager, and people were in there praying. Spending time, getting closer to the Lord.
I'm talking about for rec centers.
For rec centers, right.
I'm talking about rec centers. And
whatever happened to the boys club? Whatever happened?
They closed most of them in Detroit. They closed them.
Wait a minute.
But I'm saying.
John B says they want to act like they're in music videos. Some don't realize that what the outcomes could be. Sami says, my daughter tried that threat of not being able to see my grandson. I said, okay. She was calling a week later asking me, was I coming to get him? Because I used to clean my son's room and actually be inspection time. There's no way they'd have guns in my house. And I let them know when your name is on these bills, you get your privacy in your house when you move out of mine. And furthermore, where did they get the money to purchase the gun? Oh, you don't need money to get a gun. No. Let's see. Faris Cargill.
That's my boy. What up, though, Faris?
It says some churches do have programs. Wendy Dorsey says, remember the movie with Alfre Woodard when she went down south with her kids and the uncle to her son and had him shoot a picture. He was excited about shooting until he saw what was behind the picture. The stuffed animal that he had, his money was destroyed. Oh, wow, I didn't see that. G. Hen says, yeah, they are soft. I hear cases of kids committing major crimes, but when I get them, they're upset when I don't give them their graham crackers for a snack all time.
Right.
And they're 15 and 16 and 17-year-old kids acting like this. It's incredible.
Faris said that Perfecting is going to be open 24 hours. But
really?
Faris, before I commend Perfecting on that, will they have a center like the gym open 24 hours for anybody to come in and, these young people? And will there be counselors on site for these young people when they walk
Counselor,
in?
nothing. You better have armed security.
Yeah. Okay, that too. But the same thing is when these kids, if a child comes into your facility to play basketball at 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning, or come to your facility for shelter at 3 or 4, they need counseling.
And I mean, Anthony Henderson says Kansas City has the 2 youths in custody for the Super Bowl parade shooting.
Right.
I don't get it. A child was killed at that, weren't right?
Yes.
They killed a child. For what? I'm sure they did not plan on going out and say, I'm going to kill a kid today. They just went out to just create havoc. And see, these are they who don't need guns. Now, here's another fun fact. The NRA is dead set against everything that we've been spitting right now, okay? We as Americans demand a right to carry our firearms.
Yes, they should, and they should carry their firearms, and as just like we should conduct ourselves in respectful manners in public.
Wait a minute. Wendy Dorsey says she had knives when she was going to Central, and the
That's what I
girls
was
always
going
wanted to jump her. Damn. And they wanted me to go to Central at one time. I was like, oh, hell to the no.
No, I was talking about 3 a.m. Faris, I said 3 a.m. A child should be asleep, but if you don't know, so
it was a woman that was killed. A child was injured.
Okay, let me say this, because I come from a family where, and the reason I got my hands on my head because I've seen it all.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was a foster mom.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but my mom was also a community mom.
Mm-hmm.
And she took care of children that was in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen where a 10-year-old girl would bring her 3-year-old brother down to our house in the middle of the night, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, because they had nowhere else to go because mom was gone, the house was empty, and they've been in there hungry for hours because mom was living her best life.
Mm-hmm. See, John B.
These are neighborhood kids.
Whoa! Somebody just wrote something serious. I got to read that to Harry. First of all, John B. said gyms should be open 24 hours a day for praying, but also a gym facility. They should also be a drop-off spot with no questions asked. That's very true. But nobody wants to tithe, so who's going to pay for it? Somebody's got to pay for it. Tueri says, Tueri's always been long-winded. Here we go. It does vary. I can't remember how old my eldest G son was when we first took him to the range. He shot well and everything, but it wasn't just his thing. We did, however, teach both he and his brother. This was when they were younger. They were 23 and 20 now, working, been to college, etc. The first 3 rules of weapon handling. Number 1, great every weapon
as though it's loaded.
She means treat every weapon as though it were loaded. Number 2, never, ever, ever point a weapon at anyone unless you plan to kill that person. 3, me personally, I would try to just wound somebody, bite them in the arm or something, because I do not ever want to take a
person's life,
anyone's life. Number 3, always keep your finger away from the trigger until you need to use the weapon. Number 4, keep your weapon ready to use it. Learned all these from my husband. Plus, I was in the Army for a short time, and I worked on the MI Department, Michigan Department of Corrections, for several years during the 80s as well. I was an excellent shot, but I never wanted to shoot an actual person or innocent animal, anything like that. Anyway, thank y'all as usual for allowing me to post my lengthy weekly soliloquy for the week. You ain't never lied to Eric.
Look,
I went to school with her. I was late for class talking to Eric.
I'm gonna say this: that's fine and good for children that have those type of parents. Mm-hmm. But what about the ones that don't have those type of parents that'll teach them that?
Very true, because every parent does not have the time. They got to work to keep the lights on, keep the roof over your head. B, a lot of parents are just, forgive me for saying it this way, stupid. They want to be their kid's friend and say, well, somebody come up on you, you put a bullet in them. That's bullshit. Excuse me for saying it like that, but that's flat out wrong. That's bad parenting, and you are the one. If your kid kills somebody, I hope they throw you in jail. Now, as far as me, I
I
do carry a
guarantee.
firearm. And Dawn will tell you, when we go out at night, I tell Dawn every single time because she has a habit of getting out of the car very slowly. She got to go in her purse, and women, I want all y'all to listen to this. When you are traveling by yourself at night, be aware of your surroundings. Look at in between cars when you're pulling into a parking spot. You have your stuff ready when you are getting ready. When that car goes off, you got your keys in your hand with one key sticking up like that. So if somebody does attack you, bam, jab him with them keys. Or put your hand on your firearm and, don't start none, won't be none. And I do urge
I tell
everyone, go to the range.
I
I
tell you
wish
what.
Waldo was on here with us because Waldo, I have never seen anybody shoot as accurately as Waldo. This man took me about, I want to say 30 yards back, and we were at the range. He was like, "See that light bulb down there, Don?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "You seen them videos where the little young kids hold the gun sideways?" He was like, and they never hit what they want. Watch this. He pulled his gun out, held it sideways, and pow, pow, pow. Hit the light bulb 3 times, blew it up the first time, hit the stem that was holding it the second time, and before it hit the ground, he hit it again. I'm like, damn. Waldo's a great shot. And he's an excellent teacher. And he does teach classes on how to obtain your CPL. So contact Mark Wallace. He is Officer Mark Wallace.
So
This boy he's good at what he does, and he can explain gun safety to everyone. Okay?
So for the people that don't like firearms, let me help you out.
Yeah, help them. Lord,
There is a firearm, not a firearm, non-lethal way of taking care of business. So they have
throw your shoe at them.
a weapon that looks like a gun, but it shoots out pepper spray, and you can, but it shoots out pepper balls. Let me say it that way. And you can hit people from up to 30 feet away.
Which is good because most times you're going to
You
use
don't
a
want people
firearm.
closer than that.
First, let me explain something.
A person threatening you, you don't want them closer than 20 feet.
John B said taser.
No, tasers have
Limits.
strings. They have limits on them. They have to be close. If somebody's 10 feet away from you, they can get you. Somebody's 20 feet away from you, they can lunge at you, and you have to fight them. And
Smoke Jones, what's going on, baby, baby?
What I need to do is hit you in your approach.
First, understand this. With these firearms, what people don't understand with firearms is, number one, when you're in an altercation where a firearm is used, odds are you're only going to be 20 feet away from at the most 20 feet away. So, and people still miss at 20 feet.
Let me answer my good friend Vinny Van in here. He said, does martial arts or boxing at a high level, let me tell you how close people have to be for you to use your martial arts or boxing skills.
Close contact.
5 feet away from you. Now listen to this. That's martial arts and boxing is for people that surprised you. It's not for people that are threatening you and talking about how they're going to whoop you and all this other stuff and walking towards you. That's not what martial arts is for. Martial arts is for the close contact people that came up on you and you didn't know that was coming up on you. That's what that's for. It is not for, it is for protecting yourself, but
in close contact.
You ask any person that does any martial arts, which I have 2 black belts. If you ask anyone that has martial art experience, they will let you know. I have never used my martial arts in a fight because you have to think on your feet. Somebody might come at you and they have a knife, and all of a sudden they pull the knife. You're not going to be like, hey, and they step back, and it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Good morning, Vinny Van.
You have to take them out, and in close contact, you have to think on your feet. You can pick up a bat, pick up a stick. The martial arts don't tell you pick up no stick. But
now hand to hand. Close
Hand to hand.
contact is always best, I
But
find.
how many people you know are gonna come up closer to you where they can punch you hand to hand if they have a gun?
Yeah, they're not. They're gonna.
Thank
They
you.
want you 2 to 3 feet away because odds are they're gonna
So
get you.
they want to be able to pull it.
hmm but what Tuere said was very, very true. I did glean from her. Good morning, Vicki Jones. When you're holding a firearm, see how I'm holding my finger? These 3 fingers are holding the handle, the handle of the gun. Keep your fingers straight. Not the trigger is here. Keep your fingers straight until you're ready. Then you can just bring it up, bring it in. That's just the way it's done.
All martial arts, all martial arts is street fighting.
Vinny Ben says yes, you can if they have a knife. There
That's
is
what I'm
street
saying. That's
fighting
what I'm
martial
answering.
arts.
If somebody has a knife and they're close to you, you can use your martial arts experience to do that. But I guarantee you're not trying to use no forms.
Nah.
You're not trying to use no forms to defeat no, person. That's tournament fighting.
And
That's not
please understand, anything, if you are in trouble, anything can be used as a weapon. Now I'm not going to go into what they teach us or where I work, but anything can be used as a weapon. You can snatch your
Anything.
belt off and use your belt as a belt
belt
is a very
buckle.
good weapon.
A belt buckle.
Yeah, belt buckle or the other end, because if
you know how to whip it right,
swung
yeah.
No, you can swing it properly. It'll wrap itself around their arm. Now you have control.
Yeah.
So
You can do that. I mean, but that's
Vinny said, if they arm, just pray.
you better pray that the Lord give you the strength. That's what you better pray.
Hello, because I'm going down fighting without question.
Yep.
If you got the drop, I got to do something. I'm not going to just take a bullet. No,
I'll tell women, pray that God gives you the strength to either, scare them to death or move. Your life is in danger. If your life is in danger, praying is the best thing to do. But at the same time, prayer without action or prayer without works
is dead.
That operative word right there is dead.
Now, let's see. Where is it? Benny Vin said something I just expounded on earlier. Be vigilant. Know your surroundings. If you're in a new area, look around before getting out of your vehicle, before leaving the door. I got cameras all over the place around here. I can see what's happening in the front, side, and back. And I've motion detectors. Lights come on when you get too close. I got a raccoon that keeps coming to my garbage every week, and the camera catches him, because he's moving. And there's cats and all the rest of that. But my point is this: be vigilant. Know what's going on around you, and this applies in the daytime as well as the night, because criminals don't care what time it is. They're on their time. So if you get out, if you're going to Myers, you're going to Walmart, you're going to the supermarket, know what's happening. I mean, it breaks my heart when I see these jackasses approaching senior citizens. Really? You're going to approach somebody who doesn't fight back?
Because it's an easy win. Most people like easy wins.
Yeah, easy targets. Yeah. And see, what they don't understand is, if I'm there, look, and you're accosting an old lady, I'm getting ready to accost you.
Let you accost somebody like my granddaddy or my dad. I guarantee. See, now my dad was, like I say this all the time. My dad was military police. He was taught, martial arts and everything. He was not the one. He was not the one.
Oh no! Wait a minute. Hold on. Tuere says, yeah, a dude in Atlanta left a gun on the table at 21 and his mother's house, and his 3-year-old baby brother picked it up, shot himself in the face. I can't understand how someone 21 would do something so utterly senseless. So now his mother has no sons anymore. It's sad. It's senseless, unnecessary. But
the mom should have been the one to tell him.
Well, she may not have been there. It was just at her house.
Yeah, okay.
She might have been at work or something. I give
you that.
Which further lets you know that even at the age of 21, these kids don't know half of what they think they know. They don't.
All I know is that most of the children nowadays are their parents' friends.
Yeah, and see,
There is no
my
separation
mom
between
will tell you today, I'm not your friend.
there's
And
no separation between parent and
mhm,
child. There's always this, we're together and I do anything for my child. My child is my best friend. No,
mhm.
I
And
hear parents say that all the time, and I'm like, how is your child your best friend?
once again, Vinny Vin says, do not be stubborn. Your life is worth more than pride, money, or being late for something. If somebody does get the drop on you, they want your wallet, give it to them. Money come, money go.
You know what?
Okay?
I'm gonna tell you something funny. I don't even carry money in my wallet.
Me neither. Very seldom do I carry any cash.
Very seldom do I put money in my wallet. Very seldom do I carry cash.
Hmm. I
When
mean,
when they
that's
take
what
my
that's what your
wallet, all they
credit's for.
when they take my wallet, all they taking is cards.
Yeah.
And then I could just go on my phone and turn them all
Turn
off.
them all off. So I mean, it
They'll
don't
never
make no
be able to
sense.
use them, and I can order a new one. I don't have no
Right.
problem with that.
So I mean, if you got, and see, I work at the airport as well. Me and John will tell you, John has seen this as well. When you go in the AIT machine where you got to hold your arms up and the little thing sweeps around you. Number one, first things first, that is not radiation. That is cellular wave technology. If it were radiation, I'd be either dead or I'd be green like the Hulk right now. Okay, that's first. Second, I see these young kids, and God's my witness, stacks of money. See how big my hands are holding? They hold stacks of money like this. And I'm like, let me guess, you're going to Vegas, aren't you? And you're doing this on the way out. On the way back, you're like, because you're just giving Las Vegas all your money, or you're going to do a massive drug deal, in which case we're going to stop you anyway. There's a guy that came through with $2 million in a duffel bag and didn't think we were going to say something. And he had another $3 million in another carry-on bag. He checked that bag in. And so clearly it wasn't his money. And they let him go. He was like, he didn't want to get on the plane because he knew that whoever money he was transporting was going to be looking for it when he got off that damn plane. But he did get on the plane. Metro Atlanta is bad with the whole gun problem. Middle schools, no less. Really bad down in the city. Wow.
But that's
In
everywhere.
middle schools?
That's everywhere.
I
That's
mean,
everywhere. That's everywhere. It doesn't matter where you're talking about.
people used to
It's everywhere.
complain. They used to complain about kids. Oh, yeah, here's that Gil Scott Heron. On his call, incidentally, Work for Peace. Check this out.
So I never really listened to what the president said because in general, I believed that the general was politically dead. But he always seemed to know when the muscles were about to be flexed. Because I remember him saying something, mumbling something about a military-industrial complex. Americans no longer fight to keep their shores safe, just to keep the jobs going in the arms-making workplace. And then they pretend to be gripped by some sort of political reflex. But all they're doing is
Anthony, he thought the limit you could carry was $10,000 on a cash on a plane. It's $9,999.99. But why would you need that? Have you ever heard of a debit card?
Or at least leave it in your bank until you get
Yeah,
something.
thank you. Banks have branches all over the place. There's no need to carry that kind of money, that kind of cash with you on a plane. And if somebody else finds you, follows you, they can get you in the bathroom. They can get you when you get off the plane. They will follow you for this type of cash. But getting back to children, in middle schools, really?
Yeah.
This is, parents. And I know most of our listeners have kids who have kids now. So nobody is dealing with nursing a child. If I'm speaking to someone out there who does have a young child in the house, and if you're in a bad neighborhood, get out. Work.
Everybody can't get out.
Not in a day, but don't say you can't. You can get out. My mom raised 3 boys on Petoskey and Tyler. That was right when the riots hit. 2 blocks up the street. I saw the fires. I saw them driving up the alley with couches and TVs hanging out their windows. Do you know that next year, my mom had us the hell out of there. We were on Greenfield and 7 Mile, the second black family within a 2-mile radius over on 7 Mile and Greenfield. We were actually on Murray Hill, surrounded by white folks, and we were still kids, so me and my brothers didn't care what color you were. We just grew up and played football in the street, went down to the park, the whole 9.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get out. Don't say it's impossible.
I ain't say it was impossible.
See,
I just said some people
find some
can't
help.
get out.
If you are in a situation where you need to get your children to a better situation, go to your pastor, go to the police, go to your social workers. Say, listen, I'm in a bad neighborhood. I got 2 babies. I don't want them killed. I don't want to be killed. I need some help. Please help me. And if they won't help you, contact me or contact Juan. We will help you find a place for you and your babies where you can move. Now, will we give you the money? Hell to the no. We ain't got that kind of money. But we will help you find that money to get you out of that bad situation.
I'm going to let you know right now, I ain't got the money.
You know?
I ain't got the money.
And see, John B. says you can carry as much cash as you want on the plane, but traveling international, you need to declare it above $10,000. Absolutely. And they asked during, I think, one of the Super Bowls when I was living in Houston and the Super Bowl was there, Kanye and Kim came in and they had like $5 million in cash in big bags and got pissed off when they had to declare it. I'm like, you know, Kanye is just a special kind of person, you know.
I have my thoughts on Kanye, and I'm going to leave them in my head.
Yeah, I'm just leaving there. Anyway, man, it is that time for us to get out of here. It is 9:58. I got to go take Auntie to the doctor today. Got to turn around and do it again tomorrow. You know, it's going to be a long one because she don't want to go. She's just like, well, I got to go to the doctor. And I was like, you 96. Need I say more? Okay. So she was like, and then she started mumbling when I walked away. Yeah, you still going. So
I got a couple of things to do today. I'm working on some Photoshop. I'm working on some editing. I'm working on a couple of things today, and then I still have to go to work.
Well, listen.
Bygone.
I want you guys.
I'll see you later.
Listen, guys, I want you to go out there and make it a great day on purpose. Do it with authority. You are blessed to be a blessing. Be the reason why somebody smiles. Lighten up someone else's load. Make it a great day on purpose, okay? Remember, Maurizio Doduzio is in at noon. Kyle Lamont has you at 2. Mellow Mike has you at 8. Gene Edwards at 10. And J Square has you through the night. O'Neal Stevens is with you at 6 a.m. And remember to make each and every day count. Before I do that, Juan, tell them what you got going on.
Man, today on One Media World Radio, as we have on WJZD, Maurizio Doduzio.
You got to say it, Maurizio Doduzio.
Maurizio.
Maurizio at 12. Frill that R, baby. Frill that R.
Maurizio at 12. Then we have a new show that's on. It's called Jazz My Imagination with Doc G. Yes, that's right. Daryl Doc G is on the radio with us, and he's doing his show.
Congratulations, Dr. G.
Jazz My Imagination. Jazz My Imagination at 3 to 5, right here on One Media World Radio. And then today at 8, DJ L Boog will be doing the Essence Lounge. So we got a whole lineup for you. So y'all just tune us in. WJZD, One Media World Radio, for an hour. Just listen to us for an hour. I guarantee you, we'll be your favorite internet radio stations. We'll be your favorite stations, period.
Okay, well, guys, have a great day. And remember to make each and every day count. We are WJZD Radio Detroit.com and
we are One Media World Radio. Get out the box and stream with us. Live, laugh, and love. Come on now.
Thanks for watching, guys.